Okay, so here we're asked to draw the graph of sine x from 0 to 360 degrees, and we must label any important values on the axes. Now we've got to do this with a calculator, so you must remember certain ideas of the sine graph. So with sine, we must remember that the most it can go to is 1, okay? So we can write 1 there on our y-axis, and the least is minus 1, okay? So if we measure this to be consistent, so if that's, I've got that exactly 3 centimeters, so down here 3 centimeters as well, and I put minus 1 here, okay? So sine graph is between minus 1 and 1, and there's a wave, isn't it, where the peak of the wave gets to 1 and the trough gets to minus 1, all right? And then the other thing you need to remember then is sine 0 is 0, okay? Sine 0 is 0, that's what we're looking for there. And on your scale then, we need to try and measure out, okay, a scale, and we're going up in 90s, don't forget, right? And we'd end up getting to 360, because 90 is it goes into 360. So what we'll do maybe is if we go across, say, let's see what we can fit in here. We need to, 90 goes into 360 4 times, so we need to split the scale up 4 times. So if we've got hundreds millimeters there, so if we go there halfway and then halve them, halve them. Okay, so 25 millimeters each, or 2.5 centimeters each. Okay, and then we can put there now 90 degrees here, 180 degrees here, 270 degrees here, and 360 degrees there. And you just got to remember then that sine 0 is 0, okay, and then we're going to go positively, right, like a wave then, like that, okay. So sine 0 is 0, sine 90 will be 1, okay. So let's try and get that right around there. It's only a sketch, right? So it doesn't have to be perfect. So we've got the wave, we're going up like this, down then, so sine 180 is 0, and it keeps on going down into our trough, so sine 270 is minus 1, and then it goes up then, sine 360 is 0. Now when you sketch this, right, don't use a ruler, whatever you do, right, because it is a curve, right, it is a wave. Okay, so don't worry too much though, right? Just try and get it curvy as best you can so that it peaks there, and then we turn it around so that it goes through there at 180 to the trough, and then we turn it around and then we can work our way back up then to 360 degrees. Okay, so then it says circle a value that is equal to sine 200. Now sine 200, well if you think about it, 180 degrees here is here, 200 is going to be about there roughly, isn't it? Okay, so just roughly it's about there. So we can draw this in our diagram, 200 degrees. And that hits the graph here, okay? So sine 200 is whatever this value is going to be here, okay? I don't know, it's going to be minus something, isn't it? Minus 0.3 something maybe, I don't know, okay? Depends on what that measure is there. Of course it's a sketch, but it's going to be minus 0.3 around that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line, okay, so that it hits that y-axis, so I could work out roughly what that value would be, okay. But then again, the question is actually asking what this sine 200 is equal to. So if I keep drawing that line, so it goes across the whole graph, you'll notice it cuts it again over here, okay. And when it cuts it again, we can see what the other solution is going to be, okay. So it's going to be quite a large value, isn't it? Okay, and it's going to be close to 360. So all of these, right, are lower values compared to, of course, this last one, right? That one is the one that's close to 360. So that's what got to be our answer. And also the way to think about it is as well, if you think about it, we are sliding down here from 180 to 200. So we've gone across 20, haven't we? Yeah. From 180 to 200, we're going to cross 20. And if we slide down here backwards, we've got to go sort of sliding down backwards. Well, we go back 20, so we end up at 340. So that's how you go about that, right? By drawing on the answer, drawing on the graph, and we can see then what it's equivalent to.